Okay, folks, listen. This is a live stream, and if you're watching this on a replay, understand that if you don't see the live stream chat, it is because it takes that long for YouTube to process my live streams, okay? Or whatever the reason is, I don't know, but I'm guessing that that's the reason. But anyway, uh, so I will be interacting with the viewers here and there, but listen, this is going to be one of the best videos you ever see, okay? But here's the thing. Um, there was a last minute change, not a change, but I found a few extra information that I didn't go through. So, and it does need to be shown, and that's why it might get a little bit confusing in the middle, but make sure you watch this whole video, and I'm going to leave the best part for the last, and even in the beginning it's going to be something incredible, so you're going to understand why the insurrection took place on January 6th 2021. Okay, now, so and to the people, can you tell people in the chat, if they come in late, that they have to watch from the beginning, or they have to watch the whole thing, or they're going to miss something very important, okay? So make sure you tell them that, if they come in late. Okay, so let's get started here. Oh, before I start, so at the very beginning right here, just for the new people in the chat, I'm going to be showing like like five or six index cards about what, this video's, my channel's about, really real quick, and then I'm going to get into the new information. Okay, but real quick, let me just say this, okay? So, Elvis, he was known as the King, okay? And Seattle is in King County. And my two predictions. Oh, what am I doing, man? Why not just show it? Okay, so just ignore what I just said. Hold on. Let me just show it. What am I doing? Give me 1 second. Okay, like I said, just real quick before I show the new info. So I told you I have two predictions, right? That some kind of spectacular event is going to happen in Seattle on June 11th, okay? And the other, which is going to involve Elvis somehow. And then the other prediction is that Trump gets his head wound in Ohio on August 4th, okay? So those are my two predictions. And June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, and August 4th is the 216th day of the year, okay? And Elvis, he had an identical twin who died at birth, and that's why the Twin Towers fell, okay? I've done so many videos about it, because Elvis's identical twin Jesse died at birth. So if you look at their date of birth, if there was two of them that day, it's 1818, it's 216. And August 4th is the 216th day of the year, right? When Trump gets his head wound. And if you do the dates backwards, like they do in the UK, they say the day first and then the month. 8181 is 16-2. You get it? It's the 16-2 or the 216. And June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. All right. Trump is the replacement twin for Jesse, who supposedly died at birth. Supposedly, I said, nobody knows what really is going on. Okay. And they're identical twins, they were. Okay. Identical twins equals 162, 216. And I told you the 162nd day of the year is June 11th, 216th day of the year is August 4th, 16-2, 216, just like I just showed you, okay? And if you go from Elvis's birthday to June 11th, the day I'm telling you this spectacular event in Seattle is going to happen, it's 1,616 days forward. 2 16s, get it? 1616. What I was just showing you. All right, these are impossible coincidences. And then to top it off, because I told you the O is a crown. So if you put an O, add the crown, the O, to the words January 8th into the gematria calculator, it equals 162, 216 backwards. See, there's your June 11th and August 4th date. Okay, these are impossible coincidences. And look at this. I just saw this. 23, 42. Elvis died at the age of 42. We're in the 23rd year, and 88. Elvis turns 88. I just saw that right now. Look at that. Anyway, so let's get to the new information now. All right. Now you're going to see why that the insurrection the insurrection happened on 1/6. All right. Get ready, folks. It's going to be a long video, folks. Get ready. Don't fall asleep, folks. Don't fall asleep. Okay? The insurrection date was 1/6/2021, okay? 106. Okay? It was a ritual for Elvis, the Antichrist. By the end of the video, you will completely understand. So, let's get started. The words "the crown" equals 106. Right now, we're just going to focus on the... Oh, actually, so I just told you that the insurrection happened on 106, right? So the crown equals 106. If you look at the across numbers here, okay, 106, 110, 216. But we'll get to that in a moment. But right now, I want you to focus on this total right here, okay? Because this is very important, this number right here, because it's going to show up in the name of Elvis Aaron Presley. And this number is much more important, the front number, okay? Because the crown was over here, the number of 216. See, it's at the very end, which is not as important as this. Elvis Aaron Presley's first row numbers, which is the most important number, his full name equals the crown's total. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. He is the Antichrist. There's just no doubt about it. And Trump is going to make sure that that happens. Okay. So I told you that the crown equals 106 and the insurrection happened on 106, right? 106, the date. Elvis is born in January, the month. Trump's born in the June month. And I told you that January is named after Janus, the two-faced god, the god of portals and doors and past and present. And Trump is born under the Gemini sign, which is the twins. Okay, so the crown equals 106. The insurrection happened on 106. They're born on 1 and 6, okay? I mean, their months of birth is June and January, which is 1 and 6, okay? And I told you that Insurrection Day happened on 1/06/21, right? If you add all the numbers between 1 through 6, it equals 21. So do you see it? 1/6/21 was when it happened. Add all the numbers between 1 and 6, you get 21. Okay? Now, just keep watching. And you know Elvis... He died on 8/16/77, and right now he's been dead for 45 years, and he's going to stay dead for 45 years all the way until August 16th this year. So my two predictions happened before he turns 46 years old. So in the year 23, it's 45 years he's going to be still until August 16th. And I just told you my two predictions are going to happen before he turns 46. So, and Trump is the 45th president. So Elvis has been dead for 45 years. Okay. Now, why is this important that it's in the 23rd year and the 45? Because look what is in the middle of the crown. 1/06. Elvis is born in the first month. Trump's born in the 6th month. I told you the crown is 1/06. I told you insurrection happened on 1/6. What is in between 1 and 6? 23:45. You see that? Are you paying attention? The O represents what's in the middle of 1 through 6. Do you get it? Are you getting that? Before I move on, are you getting it? All right. So far, like I said, that alone should blow it out of the water, what you're seeing, okay? Wait till you see the rest. This is just the beginning, okay? So let me just take my time because I'm about ready to, because I'm looking at all the cards I have and I'm starting to get already frazzled. Am- all right. Okay, so like I said, we were just looking at this. I explained it already, all right? For the people who just got in, you got to watch from the beginning, okay? Make sure you watch this whole video over and over again if you have to, okay? Now, I told you I created a month chart. I created a month chart, for every month, okay? So if you went from January, which is the first month, all the way to December, it'd be the 12th month, right? And then if instead of starting over from the first month, the January would be the 13th month. After December would be the 12th, then back to January would be the 13th. So let's do that with June. June is the 6th month. The next time it comes around, it's the 18th month because there's 12 months, right? 6 plus 12 is 18. Then add another 12 months, it's 30. Then 42. And you know Elvis died at age 42. And then go to the 5th month, the 6th month. Look, see? The 6th month. So remember, Elvis was born in the 1st month. Trump's born in the 6th month. So the 1st month in June is 6th month, okay? And then after that, the 6th month is 66. So there's your 1-6. January, January, June, 666. And what's in between? The 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you get what I'm saying? 23, 45. And there's your 666. All right. Anyone who got in late, make sure you watch from the beginning, okay? Now, this year is the 23rd year, right? The 23rd prime number equals 83. 83 plus 23 equals 106. The crown, you see? The crown equals 106. There's that crown number again, and that's also the insurrection day, right? And January and June, 1st and 6th month. And look, this is not a big deal, but pay attention. From the 1st of the year to 7-11, because I told you that thank heaven for 7-11, and 7-11 is 6 months, 11 days into the year. If you went forward 2,383 days, it would be 6 years, 6 months, 11 days. And the reason I was showing you that is because 2383, right? The 23rd prime number is 83. 2383 is 6 years, 6 months, 11 days. 66, 11. Actually, if you did all the numbers between 1 through 11, it would be 66. If you added every number between 1 through 11, it would be 66. That information is not that important, just like this one. From the 106th prime number is 577. If you went forward from the insurrection day 1-6, it lands on 8-4. And I told you 8-4 is the Trump head wound. 577 days lands on 8-4. 8-4 is the 216th day of the year. And I told you Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216, right? And the 106th prime number is 577 days forward. It landed on 8-4 from insurrection day 1-6. And the crown equals 106. You get it? All right. So let's get back to this again. I told you the crown equals 106. And Elvis born in the 1st month of January. The month number 1. And Trump's born in month number 6. Okay. Now, pay attention. You got to have to listen. Trump is born on 6/14. His backwards birthday is 7/19 because 6/14 is the 165th day of the year, which leaves 200 days. And the 200th day of the year is 7/19. So 7/19 is Trump's backwards birthday, okay? Now, if you were to put into the gematria calculator June 14th equals the exact same numbers as July 19th. No other backwards date does that. The only backwards date of a date that equals the same is Trump's birthday, 6/14, 7/19. And if you put it into the calculator, look what the numbers are. 182, 196. And what is in the middle of the 1 and the 6? 8219. Seattle equals 8219. Okay? It's in between the 1 and the 6. Do you get it? What I was just showing you with all the 106 connections. Okay? Do you understand what I'm showing you? It's impossible, these connections, okay? This is, I told you, this is revelation from the Holy Spirit. Keep watching. You're going to go crazy. So now, what we want to pay attention to is this top row now. The crown equals 106, 110, 216. And I told you August 4th is the 216th day, and this whole row right here equaled Elvis Aaron Presley, this part. But forget about that. Right now, I just want you to pay attention to the 106, 110, 216, okay? The crown has a connection to Jesus with a crown, okay? Pay attention. It equals Jesus with a crown has the 106, 110, 216 at the bottom in the total, okay? Do you understand? And the second row for Jesus, with a crown, okay, because Jesus, of course, has the crown in heaven. And 1737 is the word EL. EL equals 1737, right? And you know Elvis, one of his addresses, Elvis's address, one of the Graceland addresses is 3717. One of his addresses is 3717. His other one is 3764. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is it's got the EL and it's got the crown connection. Okay, and you know, for the people who know my videos, you know that 73, 37, 110 equals the word perfect. But it would be in the front right here. But anyway, don't worry about that. The point is it's the crown number. 106, 110, 216. Okay. And also the Jesus with a crown equals the exact same as the word August. And that is why August is so important. Okay, even George Washington's father's name was Augustus, you know, and just like Augustus Caesar, you know. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is August is when Trump gets his head wound, August 4th, and then he survives the head wound and comes back on 8/8. But anyway, so August equals the same as O Jesus. And you know, August is also the sign of Leo, the lion. ELO. And you know my sister's name is ELO. The EL with a crown. EL means God. O is a crown. It's the lion. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to the insurrection thing. So the insurrection happened on 106, right? And I told you the crown equals 106. And you know, I'm from Beirut. I was born in Beirut, Lebanon. Okay. And Armenian Christmas is celebrated on 106. You see? Why? Why did they have to choose the insurrection on 106? And that's the Armenian Christmas. And I was born in Beirut, Lebanon, and I'm Armenian, right? And the backwards date of the insurrection of Armenian Christmas and the insurrection day is 12/25, Christmas Day. Because see, the insurrection is the 6th day, the 359 days remain in the year, and the 359th day of the year is 12/25. Okay, and on leap year it would be 360. But right now I'm just showing you how the backwards date of the insurrection and the Armenian Christmas is Christmas Day, 12/25. Okay, and I told you that all the days of the backwards dates of January month, the January and of December will always equal 1331. 1 and 6, 12 and 25 is 1331. The 6th prime number is 13. The 11th prime number is 31. 1331. 611 is 1331. Okay? Do you understand what I'm showing you? Insurrection was on 106. Okay. Again, let's get back to the insurrection, 106-21. Here's a little information tidbit right here. From JFK's birthday, JFK's death day, because he got the head wound, and Washington's going to get a head wound, because you'll see what I'm saying if you've been watching my videos. I told you there's a piece of Washington State that looks like Elvis's head. Okay? Anyway, 11/22/1963, JFK supposedly gets the head wound to the day that Seattle Slew wins the Triple Crown. Elvis died in 1977 after like a month and a half after this, or a month and 5 days or something. No, 2 months and 5 days after Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, the most prestigious race in horse racing. And the same year Elvis died, a horse called Seattle Slew. Slew means to kill. What the hell? And he won this Triple Crown on 6/11, the day I'm telling you that this spectacular event in Seattle is going to happen. Slew means to kill. And look at that number, 16221. It happened on 16221, the insurrection. Look at that. Again, I ask you, what is the chances of that, right? And you know, horse racing is the sport of kings. And Elvis was known as the king, and Seattle's in King County. Now pay attention. When JFK got his head wound, his head is a crown. You know, they say your head is a crown, right? You know. So just imagine the O being his head, okay? Because what I'm about to show you. So the crown equals 106110. 106. JFK's initials is 106. Then you have the 1111, and his head is the crown. There's the O, and what's left? 216. And guess who's going to get the 216? Is Trump, who gets the head wound on the 216th day of the year, August 4th. I told you, Trump is he's the end. He's the Trump card. Okay? Do you see it? Okay? And like I said, you know, everything is connected. The crown's numbers, you know, look, the crown, I told you, equaled the total in the crown equaled 216,81297, and Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216,81297 in the first row, which is much more important. This is much more important than the other one that you just saw. And look, 6/11 is the 162nd day of the year, which is the same numbers, 16/2, 216. August 4th, 216, 16/2, the day, and 6 times 6 times 6 is 216, 216. Obama's born on 8/4. Trump is born on 6/14. 6 times 14 is 84. That's why he gets his head wound on 8/4, Obama's birthday. Obama was president before Trump. Okay. Now let me take a break for a second. Man, my throat's already hurting. And it's only been 23 minutes. Let's see what I'm going to show next here. Give me a second here, folks, to get situated before we move on. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words, folks. God bless both of you. I appreciate it. And all the kind words, thank you very much. Let's keep moving. All right, so the insurrection, I told you, happened on 106. The crown it equals 106, the words the crown. And Elvis is born in the first month, which is January, and Trump's born in the 6th month, which is June. Okay. And I told you that Elvis has been dead for for 45 years, and he's going to be still dead for 45 years, all the way until August 16th this year. And my two predictions happened before that. And remember, I showed you what I showed you earlier is that in between January and June is the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're in the 23rd year, and Elvis has been dead for 45 years. Okay? Do you understand? And 1, 0, it's the I'm only going through it just 1 second again. So this is the O, basically. The O is in between the 1 and the 6. And that's why it's the crown is 106, and insurrection happened on 106. Okay? Anyway, so let's move on. And the reason I brought this back up again, because you remember I told you we're in the 23rd year and Elvis has been dead for 45 years and Trump is the 45th president, right? But look at these numbers: 2, 3, 4, 5. From Elvis's birthday to June 11th, not counting that day, but up to that day, it's 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Look at that. If you add that day, it's 2, 3, 4, 6. But I told you that, this year Elvis turns 46 on 46 years dead on August 16th. But my predictions happened during the 45, so that's why it's perfect, because it happens in the 23rd year during the time when he's dead for 45 to 46 years. You see what I'm saying? Okay, and remember 2345, you remember Michael Jordan? He's known as the GOAT, and January is the sign of the sea goat. I told you, Elvis is the phoenix. He's the goat. He's the beast out of the sea. He's the kraken. He's the phoenix rising. And Michael Jordan, he used to wear the jerseys number 23, and then at the end, I think he wore the number 45, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Now, if you add the 23 and 45, because Trump's going to get his head wound on 8/4 this year, right? Look, 8/4/23. Abe Lincoln, he was the first one, and you have the 1 and the 6. I told you, Trump's born Abe Lincoln was the first president assassinated. Elvis is born in the first month. Trump's born in the 6th month, right? You got the 1/6, and Elvis died in the 16th state, which is Tennessee. Elvis died on the 16th day, which is August 16th. You understand? And I explained how important the 16 is earlier. So anyway, 1/6, right, is the Trump-Elvis connection. You add the 16 to the 2345, you get 84. Come on, man. You see what I'm saying? 23 plus 45 plus the 16. And this is the year, 8/4/23. Okay. That's for Trump's head wound. Anyway, and I told you the backwards date for June 11th. Okay, June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Its backwards date is July 22nd, which is the 203rd day of the year. So July 22nd is the backwards date of June 11th, because 203 days remain, right, in June 11th, from June 11th to the end of the year. So if you look at the numbers, look at that. It's 16. Look, June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, and then you have the 23 and a crown. So it's 1/6/2, which is June 11th, and you have the 23 year. If you just take out the 0, which is a crown. Okay, so it's right there. Even in the date, it's telling you it's going to be in the 23rd year, the June 11th event. And interestingly enough, if you went from the first of the year to June 11th, it's 1,623 days exactly. And June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, and on leap year, it's the 163rd day of the year. You see what I'm saying? From the first of the year, I'm saying. It's exactly the days that June 11th is, 162nd day of the year and 163 on leap year. Look at that. Anyway, let me take another break before we move on. Are you guys all with me so far? Yeah, God bless all you. Appreciate it. Anyway, let me just get to the next stack of cards here. Okay, so this is the cards that I did not go through, but I had written them up already, but I didn't go through it to vet it. Is that what the word is? Vet. Like I want to vet to see if I was going to show it or not. So so bear with me. If it doesn't make sense, I don't know. We'll see. I don't even know why I'm showing it. Like, because I didn't look at it. I just found it the last second before I was starting this live stream. Okay, so the 162nd prime number is 953, and the 162nd day of the year is June 11th, right? And why am I showing this? Hold on, folks. Your comments are in my way. Hold on. Let me get them out of the way. So 162nd day of the year is, 162nd day of the year, June 11th. The 162nd prime number is 953. From the insurrection day, 1/6, to the day Elvis died, August 16th, is 953 days. So there's your 162 June 11th connection to August 16th because of the prime number, and to the insurrection day and Elvis's death, August 16th, right? And what else? And from the first of the year to 8/11 is 953 days. And why is that important? Because 8/11 is the 223rd day of the year, and look at its percentage. For 223 days, it's 611 with a crown. 6/11, 2023 connects to August 16th and the insurrection, you see? You see how it's incredible this is, what you're seeing? Because this is 611, right? 223rd day. Okay? I know it's difficult to fully grasp, folks, but it is what it is. And I told you that, see, I didn't write it. Usually I would write what this is. This date right here, 3/26, is the day the Seattle Kingdom was demolished. Now, from Insurrection Day to August 16th is 223 days. What the hell? Hold on. Yeah. Can you believe that? I didn't even know that. Look, yeah. I didn't notice that I had that because I was just showing you how the 223 is connected, way at the bottom right here is 611%, right? The 223 days. Anyway, so now we're going from the insurrection day, that other equation I was showing you from the first of the year to 8/11. This is from insurrection day to 8/16 is 223 days. And it's the 611 with a crown percentage, right? And then from 8/16 to the day the Seattle Kingdom was demolished is 223 days. Okay? They're telling you right to your face what's going to happen. It's in 2023, and it's connected to that insurrection. It's connected to Elvis's death. It's connected to the Seattle Kingdom, and connected to 6/11 with a crown right there, okay? I hope you're following me. And I told you Elvis has been dead for 45 years, right? And Trump is the 45th president from the date 4/5, because I'm just using the 4/5 because it's 4/5, the number 45. You get what I'm saying? From 4/5 to 9/11 is 1,621 days. And the insurrection happened on 1/6/21. You see that? And look, and it's 4 years, 5 months, 7 days. 457 right there. The 88th prime number is 457. And listen to this. From Elvis's birthday, you go forward to 4/5, it's 88 days. Okay? So there's another connection, but I didn't write it. So there's your connection to 9/11 with with what I showed. Check this out. This is not that big of a deal. If you were to write the words like this, Seattle and then WA for Washington, it's 106. He has risen equals 106. Phoenix with a crown equals 106. I thought that was interesting, but no big deal on that. I don't care so much about that. Here's something interesting. From the first of the year up to April 21st, not counting that day, but from the insurrection day to 4/21. And why am I showing this? Because 4/21 is when the Queen was born and when the Seattle Space Needle opened. If you go up to that day, but not counting that day, it's 106 days. From 421 to 8/4, the day Trump gets his head wound, is 106 days. There's your 106 for the crown, 106 for the insurrection day, and what I showed you with Trump and Elvis being born in the first month and the 6th month. And if you add these up, look at this. Add these up, 12 and 13, and 27 and 4 is 31, 13, 31. I told you the 6th prime number is 13, the 11th prime number is 31, 6, 11. You see? I know this is information overload, but I can't. I told you I didn't vet this info. So from 529 JFK's birth date to 9/11 is 106 days. There's another crown connection because he's the one who got the head wound. And 529's backwards date is August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. The backwards date of JFK's birth date is August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. Okay? And look at this. From the day JFK was born, pay attention, he's born on this day, this year, on that year, to 6/11/2023, when Seattle gets struck, 106 years, 14 days. What is that? You got the crown number 106. You have the insurrection date, and you got the Trump Elvis months, January and June, and you have Trump's birthday, 6/14. How perfect is this? Straight across right there. Look at that. You see that? Hold on. This is like, here's another connection to the 45. The 45th prime number is 197. Elvis has been dead for 45 years. Trump is the 45th president. From Trump's birthday to 1/6 is 197 days. From Trump's birthday to 1/6, the insurrection is 197 days. Okay? And he's the 45th president, and Elvis has been dead for 45 years. And I showed this equation earlier, that from the insurrection day to August 16th is 223 days. August 16th is the day Elvis died, and it's 61.10%, which is a 611 with a 0, and 223 is the year, 2023. Get it? 223 days. And here's another interesting thing. From, the insurrection happened in the 21st year, right? So from the insurrection to 221, which is the year it happened, is 777 days. Look at that. From 1/6, you go forward to the date 221, and that's the year it happened, right? 1/6/2021, 777 days. Jackpot. And from Elvis's birthday to 223, and that's what's going to happen, right? This is the year he turns 88. It's 777 days. Same thing, you see? But from Elvis's birthday, this is from the insurrection. Oh boy, here we go. So insurrection date, 1/6/21, right? From the insurrection day, you go forward 1,621 days, lands on June 14th, Trump's birthday. You see that? From the insurrection day, if you go forward 614 days, which is Trump's birthday, 6/14, if you go from the insurrection date to 9/11, it's 614 days forward. If you went 614 days forward, it lands on 9/11. That's what I'm saying, from insurrection day. Okay? You see how incredible this information is? And look, pay attention, okay? Trump's born on 6/14, right? And that equation that I just showed you, what do you need to get to the 21 from 16 is the 5, right? So the 165th day of the year is when he's born, right? 16/5/21. What I'm saying is it starts with the 16, ends with the 21. That's the insurrection day, 1/6/21. I'm just showing you, some mathematical weird stuff, It's no big deal. Here's something. George Washington married Martha Washington on 106. Look at that, 1759, and the 17th prime number is 59. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that, because, Seattle's in Washington State, Interesting that he married her on that day. And now look at this. I told you guys how important the EL is, right? EL means God, and the numbers 3 and 7 looks like the letters EL if you turned it upside down. El means God in Hebrew. 37 days is 1 month and 6 days. Look at that. It's the 1-6 connection. 37 is the EL, just like ELVIS, okay? ELVIS. And I told you the VIS is 666. I mean, it connects to the Roman numeral stuff. Anyway, from the insurrection day to 2/11 is 37 days, and 2/11 is Washington's original birthday, and that was the 42nd day of the year, and Washington is the 42nd state, and Elvis died at the age of 42, okay? And I was just showing you the connection from insurrection to 2/11 because of the 37 days being 1 month, 6 days, okay? The 1-6 connection, which connects to the crown and the insurrection and all that. Now, what is this? Oh, here's another, because I was just showing you the 37 connections, right, to the 1-6. 1 month, 6 being 1 month, 6 days, 37 days. And the 37th prime number is 157, it equals. And from 1-6 to 6/11 is 157 days in between. And that's the 37th prime number is 157. Look at that. 22 weeks, 3 days. There's your 223. 2023, 6/11, insurrection. And by the way, folks, I'm not looking at the chat, so if you guys are saying something and I missed it, I apologize. Remember earlier I was telling you about the 4/21 being the Space Needle opening date? You see, this is an old card. I didn't vet it. I mean, I didn't go through it. I told you I found this information at the last second sitting somewhere. So 4/21 is when the Space Needle opened and when the Queen was born, right? And look at that. 4/21 on the military time is 1621. Insurrection 1/6/21. Do you get it? And 4/21 is the 111th day of the year, and on leap year it's the 112th day of the year. Is 223. You see that? If you add that up, I mean, how much more perfect do you want it, folks? And look, it's in between the 4 and the 5 on the hands. 4, 5, 45. Get it? Elvis has been dead 45 years. Trump is the 45th president. And why am I showing this? Look, remember earlier I showed you from 1/6 to 4/21 was 106 days, but up to 4/21. But from 1/6 to 4/20, it's actually 106 days. But if you put 4/21 here, it would be 1/6 up to 4/21 would be 106 days. This is counting 4/20. So I told you, Elvis got the crown on 4/20. Okay, when he started working at Crown Electric in 1954, 154 years after Washington died. 154 is the number of the Antichrist. Anyway, so he got his crown on 4/20 when he started working at Crown Electric on 4/20. Elvis, and he died at the age of 42, and there's a crown. I told you Washington's the 42nd state. Look, 4/20 is the 110th day of the year, and on leap year it's the 111th day, equals 221. So 221, insurrection, get it? 1/6 to 4/20 is 106. Insurrection day was 1/6/2021, 221, 4/20, the crown. Do you get it, man? Do you get it? Right? Are you getting it? It's difficult. I know, folks. I know. Man, my eyes, man, they're getting blurry from looking at this screen. I didn't see anybody's comments, but I'm going to put it up. Let me just look at a couple of your comments real quick. Oh, man. Okay, I'm not reading the comments. I'll read it another time. Yeah, this was, believe me, it's a lot of work. And not only is it a lot of work researching it, but trying to put it together to make it cohesive is what'll drive you crazy. All right, I gotta hurry up because I don't want the phone batteries to die on me here. That would be horrible because I'm not close to finishing yet. Let me see where I'm at here. Yeah, God bless all of you. Appreciate the kind comments. And what happens is when the video gets loaded, because it takes like 12, 14 hours for the video to load after I've already finished the live stream. So then I'll have to wait to see the live chat again, and I'll go through everybody's comments and look at it on a replay. Okay, so let's start again here. Oh, let me drink some water. All right, man, my eyes, they're so blurry, man. I can't even see anything. Give me 1 second, folks. Oh, man, my eyes are so bad. All right, so hold on. What is an insurrection? Insurrection is a violent uprising against an authority or government. What do you think that means? That they're trying to, just like what they did in heaven, the fallen angels, when they got kicked out, Lucifer and his angels, you know what I mean? It's the same thing. They're showing you there was an insurrection, and then because remember, it happened on 106, and I told you the 106 date is the backwards of the Christmas date. The backwards date of 1/6 is 12/25. But anyway, so, and the Brazilian insurrection happened this year. What? It happened this year on January 8th. It started. That's when it started, on January 8th, the Brazilian insurrection. Okay? If you put that into Google, because Google doesn't tell you this, you have to put Brazilian insurrection started January 8th, and then you'll see some articles, and it'll show you that it started on January 8th. Okay? Because they don't want you to know this. Okay, so Elvis was born on 1/8, and it started. And so there's two insurrections, 1/6 and 1/8. Okay, and I showed you, if you go back and look at all this stuff I showed you, I connected it to the 1/6 and 1/8, the dates and stuff. And look, it just so happens, if you go from the first of the year, from the insurrection day, 1/6, go forward 1,618 days, because it's the 1/6/18, 1/6/18, Elvis's birthday. You see it? Insurrection day, Elvis' birthday, 1/6/18. It lands on 1/8. You know what I mean? How is this possible? 1,618 days lands on 1/6/18. Okay, and look, and I told you guys how important that why it had to be 2021. Okay, because 2021 starts the countdown. 2021, 2022, 2023 equals 6066. And the zeros don't have to count. It's 666, but you have the triple crown right here. Triple crown, get it? Okay, and look, on leap year, from Elvis's birthday to the day he died is 222 days. On a leap year only. It's the percentage. Look, 60.66%. It's this exact number, you see it? But this is only on a leap year. Because from Elvis's birthday to 8/16 is actually 221 days. That's why it starts with 221. You see what I'm saying? But they need the 223 because they don't have the 22. He doesn't have the 223 connecting to August 16th. He only has the 222. So that's why the 223 he has to get the crown on that day. In that year. And look at this. From Insurrection Day, 1/6, to Elvis's death date is 6,066 days. What I just showed you. Up to that day, 6,067 if you add the day. Okay? And from Elvis's birthday, it'll fall on 8/18, which is, same thing. It's the 8/18 because Elvis had an identical twin, you know. So, but I'm just saying, it's from the insurrection date to Elvis's death day, the 6066. What else do I got here? So I told you that 2022 and 2023 is important, the years 22 and 23, because Elvis started being dead on August 16, 2022. He became 45 years. And into 2023, he's still 45 years all the way until August 16th of this year, right? So it's a combination of those 2 years, okay? 22, 23. And why is that important? Because see, the 22nd prime number is 79, the 23rd prime number is 83. You add that up, you get the 162. The 162nd day of the year is June 11th, and look, it adds up to 45. The 22 and 23 equals 45, and then the prime numbers equals 162. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And, you know, the numbers are the same as August 4th numbers, 216. Same numbers, but, you know, mixed up. And interestingly enough, like I said, the 222 is very important. The insurrection happened on 1/6/21, right? The 222nd prime number, it equals 1399. If you add the 222 to the prime number, it's 1621. Look at that. 1621. What is this? Oh, the 221st prime number equals 1381. And if you add the 221, you get 1602. Look at that. That's your June 11th date. And your 216, if you did, it's August 4th. 216s or 16-2s. You see what I'm saying? And it's connected to the 221st prime number, and the insurrection happened on 1/6/21. You see what I'm saying? And oh, let me show you this real quick. Hold on, folks. Let me just look at your comments real quick before I move on. Okay, so let me just show you this video real quick. I'm gonna have to skip through it because it might get a copyright. But so you see this structure right here. This structure kind of reminds me of the Space Needle a little bit. It happened on November 7th, 1995. It's the Landmark Hotel. See, the top of it kind of looks like the Space Needle, the round part. Hold on. I want to stop it. That way I don't get a copyright. And to just talk, and, you know, that way it interrupts it. And then go back to it now. Okay, so that what you just saw, the reason I'm showing you that, okay, besides the fact that it looked like kind of like the Space Needle, it was in Las Vegas. It was called the Landmark, okay? And you know, the Seattle Space Needle is a landmark in Seattle, right? In the state of Washington. So, and Elvis, you know, he lived in Las Vegas, and that Landmark Hotel was right across the street, or close to where Elvis was at the International Hotel, and the International Hotel has a Space Needle-like structure in the front. I've shown that to you guys. It looks just like the Space Needle, but without the top part. It has no top part. You know what it doesn't have? It doesn't have the crown. Because, you know, the Space Needle has that round part on it, like a crown. And on the International Hotel, where Elvis was the #1 person there for all those years, it had that structure in the front with 3 legs, just like the Space Needle, but it had no top to it. Just empty. Three legs going up into the air. Just ridiculous. Anyway, So from that demolition that you just saw at the Landmark Hotel in Las Vegas, which looked like the Space Needle, to the day the Seattle Kingdom was demolished, okay? Uh, I just want to make sure you saw this again before I show you the next card. So remember I told you the 221st prime number had that 1602 connection, right? What I was just showing you, because the 162nd day of the year is June 11th. Look, from the Landmark Hotel demolition date of 11/7/1995 to the exact day that the Seattle Kingdom was demolished is 1602 days. You see that? And how many years is it from the year 2000 when the Kingdom was demolished? 23 years. Do you see what I'm saying? It's 23 years. So it's exactly what I'm trying to explain to you. 1602 and the 23 is going to happen. I mean, it's June 11th, 2023. It's telling you. Okay, I've giving you every possible sign and clue of what they're doing. Okay. Now let's move on to this last part here. It's like I said, folks, this is where you got to put your spiritual eyes on. I mean, and you got to have your spiritual eyes and ears, all together here. And you're going to be amazed once you understand it. Okay. I'm a little frazzled here. Hold on. Because I have all these cards in front of me, and it's getting all mixed up, and I don't want them to get mixed up. Hold on. Yeah, to anybody who got in late, you have to watch from the beginning or you're not going to understand. This is one of the best videos you will ever see. It's one of those videos I've been holding for a long time. I've been holding on to this because I told you I wanted to save it for the end. And I still have a couple more good ones to do, but this is one of those great videos that I was holding, okay? So if you got in late, make sure you go, all right, to the beginning and watch it. All right, so let's keep going. So I told you they're gonna birth the beast out of the sea, And if you look at this, Lucifer, this is what it equals, his numbers. It equals the exact same as the words birth, L birth. Because I told you ELVIS is going to be birth out of the sea, L birth. Because you come out of water when you're birthed. You understand? It equals the exact same as Lucifer, birth, L, E-L. Can you believe that? I mean, is this unbelievable or what? I've shown that before, I discovered all these things, folks, all right? You got to watch all my older videos to understand. And also, Lucifer is so close to the word the king. The only difference, I messed up right here. This should have been 34. Hold on, folks. Give me 1 second to straighten that out. Hold on. I messed that up. Yeah. So Lucifer and the words the king, because Elvis was known as the king, and Seattle's in King County. Lucifer equals almost the exact same as the king. The only difference is this is 3-4, this is 4-3. Okay, so this is wrong too. Because see, I told you I had written the wrong. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry about that. Forget about the total. I was just showing you this. See, I told you I didn't look at this information, all of it. So it's 3843 here. This one is 38. Hold on, folks. Give me a second. I have to. Hold on. Okay. So I was just showing you how Elvis is known as a king, and he's almost like the same as Lucifer. Okay. Now, let's move on here. Hold on. Man, this is so much stuff in front of me, folks. Now it's starting to become annoying. All right, this is going to be getting good, so pay attention. This is where it starts getting good, folks. Insurrection, this is what it equals, okay? Pay attention. The 165th day of the, Trump is born on 6/14, the 165th day of the year and the 166th day of the year. Insurrection equals 165.66. 165th, 166. Get it? 165, 166. That's Trump's birthday. And I told you he's going to be resurrected. On August 4th, he gets his head wound and he comes back on 8/8, around 8/8. Look, insurrection equals the exact same word as resurrection. So that means that RE equals the same as IN because every other letter is the same. Surrection, surrection. RE equals the same as IN because it's the exact same numbers. So the insurrection happened because they wanted a resurrection, and you're going to see how it connects to the resurrection of Elvis. Okay? So insurrection, resurrection is the same exact numbers in gematria, okay? Which I was the first one to show a long time ago. So remember, I showed you that if you add all the numbers between 1 through 6, it equals 21, and the insurrection happened on 1/6/21. Okay? Just add every number between 1 through, So obviously the 2021 is very important, okay? And I told you that 2021, 2022, 2023 is the countdown. It equals 66066, 666, right? Now pay attention. If you were to put the words Elvis the Antichrist, it equals 221 and 86 in the reduced number. So the first row is the most important, 221, 86. And look, it's got the 37 with a crown. But 221 and 86. Elvis in 2021 was 86. You see that? 221, 86, 37 with a crown, the ELO. 221, 86, 2021, 86. EL. Okay. Now, this is how you know that, pay attention. Here it comes. Insurrection equals resurrection. I just showed it to you, right? From the insurrection day to June 11th, 2023, it's 887 days exactly. The 154th prime number is 887. The Antichrist equals 154. 154th is 887. It's 887 days from the insurrection, resurrection to the Seattle resurrection of Elvis. Do you see it? Do you see it? What I'm showing you. Okay? Come on, man. Do you see it? And if that's still not enough for you, the words the Antichrist equals 154, 64, 197, 80 backwards. Elvis birthday equals the Antichrist, which I've shown many times in the past, because they're going to birth El, which is Lucifer. Elvis is the representation of Lucifer, okay? When he was in heaven. Anyway, so Elvis birthday, those two words equals the same as the Antichrist. Exact same numbers. And if you've been watching my videos lately, I showed you how the 197 is the 45th prime number. And then 198 is the prime numbers of June 11th, 2023. 198 it equaled, and 197 was the 45th prime number. You see what I'm saying? And Trump's the 45th president, right? And like I said, if that's still not enough for you, remember Elvis turned 88 years old, right? from the date 8/8, which is the day that Trump returns after his head wound on 8/4, from 8/8 to January 8th, Elvis's birthday, it's 154 days. And the Antichrist equals 154. I just showed that to you. Okay? From 8/8, and Elvis turned 88 this year, 8/8 to 1/8 is 154 days. From 1/8 to 6/11, not adding that day, but up to that day, it's 154 days. And from 6/11 to 11/11 is 154 days. And 11/11 is when Washington was founded. Okay? 11/11. You see what I'm saying? It's the Antichrist number in a full circle, basically. 8/8, 11/11. 8 times 11 is 88. 8 times 11 is 88. You see, I'm just saying, it's all right there, folks. Okay, it's right in your face. Hold on one second. What am I doing here? What is this? Yeah, like I said, the Antichrist equals 154. The 154th prime number is 887. And from 1/8 to 6/11 is 154 days, right? Or 155. But we're shooting for this one right here, 154. Because that's the Antichrist number, right? From Elvis's birthday to 6/11. And here's another, like I just showed you, right? That from the insurrection day to 6/11 was 887 days. The 154th prime number was 887, right? The Antichrist number. And look, from 6/11 to King Charles's birthday is 887 days. Look at that. You see? The Antichrist number from 6/11. And the insurrection to the 6/11 to Trump, to King Charles's birthday lands on 887. You see? And I think, yeah, whatever. I think that's the year he would turn 77. I think if the 6/11 happens this year, then it would be like 2.5 years later, the 887. Anyway, and you know, this year Elvis turned 88 and King Charles right now is 74, but he'll be 75 on 11/14 this year. But during my predictions, he's still 74 during August 4th. I mean, during 6/11 and August 4th. So 88 plus 74 equals 162. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. You see what I'm saying? And by the way, his coronation is on the 126th day of the year, which is 5/6. That's this King Charles. And you think that's a coincidence that a king is being crowned and he equals 74? I mean, he's 74, and I told you that Lucifer equals 74. You know what I mean? Give me a second, folks, to put this stuff away. Hold on. I'm getting all confused now. And you know that I was born in Beirut, Lebanon, and I'm Armenian, and Armenians were the first Christians as a nation. I was born in Beirut, Lebanon, and like I said, I'm Armenian. And the Beirut explosion, remember the Beirut explosion? It happened on 8/4/2020. The Beirut explosion happened on 8/4/2020. And Elvis was 42 years old, 42 years dead, and 11 months dead. 42 years and 11 months dead at that time. And he died at the age of 42 also. But anyway, forget about that. But it happened on 8/4/2020. From 8/4, the Beirut explosion, to the day Elvis died. I mean, to Elvis's 88th birthday. Okay? 88th birthday is 887 days. From the Beirut explosion to this year, when he turned 88, is 887 days, which is the Antichrist number, the 154th prime number. And why is this important? Now let me look at you guys real quick before I explain that. Hold on, let me just look at your comments before I move on here. Hold on. Okay, so pay attention. That way you can understand. From the Beirut explosion, which was the biggest explosion we've ever seen on television, okay? The the biggest, real explosion. So Beirut explosion to Elvis's birthday is 887 days, which is the Antichrist prime number, the 154th prime number, which equals 154 equals the Antichrist. The 154th prime number is 887. So from Beirut explosion to Elvis's birthday this year, the 88th birthday, he's and what happened on 1/8/2023 this year on Elvis's birthday? The Brazilian insurrection, resurrection, because insurrection equals resurrection, right? So from the Beirut explosion to Elvis's birthday this year was the 887 number. And on that day, Elvis's birthday this year, you had the insurrection of the Brazilian insurrection, which is resurrection, right? And then from our insurrection to 6/11 this year, which is the Seattle event, is 887 days, which is the Antichrist number. Are you getting it? From one explosion to Elvis, and then from the insurrection, our insurrection, from the Beirut explosion to the insurrection this year on Elvis's birthday, explosion to insurrection, and then from our insurrection in 2021 to June 11th is the same amount of days. It's one explosion to one explosion. Oh man, I'm about ready to lose it. Try to explain the unexplainable, okay? You understand how ridiculous that is? What I'm trying to say. Hopefully you guys understand. Is there anyone who doesn't understand what I just said? Are you guys getting what I just said? I'm about ready to lose it, man. Try to say that and try to make it make sense. All right. For anyone who got here late, you got to watch from the beginning. This is one of the best videos you'll ever see. It's one of those videos that I told you I was saving for the end, and I'm coming down to the end, folks. I told you this is it. Okay. Man, I gotta explain that. If I don't explain it, I'm gonna go nuts, folks. If I don't explain it properly, okay? So let me say it one more time before I move on. I gotta say it one more time. I don't care if you guys don't like it. For the people who saying I'm repeating, listen. From the Beirut explosion, the biggest explosion we've ever seen, to this year's insurrection, which happened on Elvis's birthday, was 887 days, and that is the 154th prime number is 887, which is the Antichrist number, because the 154 equals the Antichrist, 154. So from the Beirut explosion to this year's insurrection on 1/8, the Brazilian insurrection, which is Elvis's birthday, was 887 days. From our insurrection on January 6th to 6/11, when the next explosion is going to happen, or whatever the hell it's going to be, this event on 6/11 is 887 days. It's the exact same thing from the Beirut to the Brazilian insurrection, from our insurrection to 6/11. Okay? It connects to the Antichrist. All right? You can't make this stuff up. It's so perfect that it's beyond, understanding. Okay? Anyway, like I said, I was just showing you this, that it's the same as the insurrection, resurrection, amount of days. And that was, like I said, that was the Brazilian insurrection that happened on 1/8. Elvis's birthday is 1/8. Oh, and by the way, this is why Trump got banned on that day. Look, Trump was banned from Twitter on 1/8/21, and that was Elvis's birthday that year. And that was 2 days after the insurrection. Trump had 88.7 million followers when he got banned. That's the Antichrist number again. You see? Now you tell me, how can this be possible, folks? Come on. He had 88.7 million followers when he got banned. And it sat there, right? Did he come back? Did it change now? I don't know. I'm talking about when he got banned. He had 88.7 million. Go and look at it. Go put Trump got banned on January 8, 21. Go look at the images. You'll see when they show the images of it where it says, you know, the channel was terminated. It said 8.7 million followers. Okay. Anyway, so, and remember I told you that June 11th. Remember I told you that June 11th. You remember I told you that June 11th. It's backwards. It's back. I mean, it has 200. Where am I looking? Remember I told you that June 11th's backwards. What am I doing here? What did I write here? Anyway, whatever. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, and it's going to happen this year, right? 2023. So I don't know what the hell I was writing. So it's basically 162,223, right? I'm looking at 162,223. And the reason I wrote that is because look at this little phenomenon right here. You know what? I shouldn't even be showing this because it's going to lead to something else. I didn't want people to see this. Why did I show this? Stupid. If you went from the very beginning of, the time, when I say time of the particular thousands of years we're in, if you went to the very first year and you went forward 162,223 days, because the 162nd day of the year is June 11th and we're in the year 223. Look at that. It lands in the year 445. And I told you Trump is the 44th person and the 45th president. Obama's born on 8/4. He's the 44th president. Trump's the 45th president. He's going to get his head one on 8/4. Look where it lands on 221. Look at that. 221. The year is 2021. Get it? And it's the exact amount, June 11th and 2023. I mean, I just thought that was interesting. And if you add the 221 to the 445, you get 666. Look at that. 445 to the 221, you get 666. Are you seeing that? Are you getting it? Because Trump is the 44-45 president, right? You see what I'm saying? Now watch this. Pay attention closely. Elvis died at the age of 42, right? 42. And you know that Trump, he's born on the 165th day of the year. 165 days is 45.21%. So did you hear what I just said? So 42 is when Elvis died, 42 years old. 45.21 is the percentage of 165 days. 45.21%. So it's just weird that that's right there too, Plus, of course, what I just said about the 44-45 president, and then you add the 221 for the insurrection day. The year 221. Interesting right there. All right, I have one more batch of stuff to show, and then I'm done. So we're almost done, folks. If anyone got here late, you got to watch from the beginning because this is one of the last videos I'm going to be doing, folks. I'm coming to the end of the road when it comes to research videos. It's basically, that's why I've been holding this information. Yeah, that's a good one. That's right. 22 times 3 is 66. That's right. And Elvis was a twin. That's right. 223. Get it? Yeah. Yep. That's a good one. Because we're in the year 2023. 223. 22 times 3 is 66. The word twin equals 66. Anyway, so what else? I think that's it, folks. I'm gonna show one more thing and we're done. So to the people I didn't see your comments, I apologize. I'll be going through them tomorrow when the video gets loaded by YouTube. Because once I end this video, you won't be able to see the live chat. It doesn't show up till once YouTube finishes processing the live stream. Anyway, if you add all the numbers between 1 through 6, it equals 21, right? I told you that. And the insurrection happened on 1/6/21, right? Now, check it out. You remember I told you that from 1/6/21 to 6/11, the day Seattle gets struck is 887 days. The Antichrist equals 880. I mean, the Antichrist number is 154. The 154th prime is 887. And that's why it's so important. From insurrection day to 6/11, 2023 is 887 days. The day Seattle gets struck. Now look, you see this? 666 plus 221, because I'm using the year 2021, it equals 887. Look at that. You see that? 221 connection. And I just got finished showing you that from insurrection day, and insurrection equals resurrection, like I said, is 887 days, which is the Antichrist prime number. Prime number 154 is 887. And you remember I showed you from Elvis's birthday, if you go forward to 6/11, it's either 154 or 155. And this is the only equation that this will happen. If you were to put into the gematria calculator 154, 155, you spell it out, it equals 450, 216, 666. Then pay attention. Remember I was telling you about Trump being born on the 45.21%, the 165 days is 45.21%. Look, 45.21. Look at that. Anyway, so 4-5 with a crown. Trump is the 45th president. Elvis has been dead for 45 years. Elvis, Aaron Presley equals 216. And the 216th day of the year is August 4th, the date the 45th president Trump gets his head wound, okay? And that equals 666. This is the only two numbers that will do that throughout the year. I tried every other two, like when you get the two numbers of each time you do a date, this is the only two numbers that do this, okay? So now if you were to add Elvis Aaron Presley to that equation, because I just told you Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216, Elvis Aaron Presley plus 154 and 155, if you spell all that out, because that's how many days was in between Elvis and 6/11, it equals 666, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? It equals 666. And look, you have the 819, and I told you the eighth prime number is 19. And I told you that 6/11/2023's prime numbers, if you add them up, each one, 6, and then 11, then 20, and then 23, it equaled 198. So you have the 198 numbers in there, and the eighth prime number is 19, and you have the 666. Okay, and I told you Elvis, the Antichrist, remember I told you it equaled 221. So if you add the 221 to the 666, you get 887, because I was adding the 666, right? So the words, the Elvis, the Antichrist equals 221. And that was the insurrection year, 2021. And the Antichrist number equals 887, the 154th prime. Okay, the Antichrist equals 154. Like I said, folks, I hope you guys are getting this. See, now I've gone like way too much, info, but I only got 2 more cards left. That's it. So basically, like I said, the reason it started at 2021 was to get the 666 number. 2021, 2022, 2023 is where, where it happens. But it goes in, by the way, 2024 is very important too. Okay, because I told you that that's when everything will start getting implemented. Okay, the predictions of 2023 is just to get the ball rolling into what's coming. Okay, and like I said, it equals 666, and backwards, not backwards, but if you put the numbers backwards, 122, 222, 322, which is my old videos, from years ago, I knew that it was going to come in handy one day, what I had discovered a long time ago. And I told you that Elvis is the head of Skull and Bones. You see? 322 numbers, the very end one is 666, you see? And a third of the angels had fallen, If you take this out, a third of the angels fell. Anyway, So, like I said, Elvis is the head of Skull and Bones. And you remember I was showing you this? That 666 plus the 221 is 887, right? Now, notice what I have highlighted in the red, 66, 21, and 87, because the word twin equals 66, 21, 87. You see it's right there in the back part right here. And you know, this year, Elvis is 88 years old and Trump is 77, but there's no 7 here. But I think that, I don't know why I brought that up. Forget, just disregard what I just said. Anyway, but it's the correct. I mean, Elvis is 88 and Trump's 87. I mean, 77. He's going to be 77 this year. Anyway, why am I showing this? Oh, the reason I was showing this is because you noticed there's a 66, 21, 87 in there, right? Because which I told you is the word twin, right? Twin equals 66, 21, 87. And then the, and why is this important? Because right there, you see, from Elvis's birthday to 9/11, when the twin towers fell, because remember, Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth. From Elvis's birthday to the day 9/11, the towers fell, is 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. There's your 8-4, but it's the 66 what's important. Then from 9/11 to 6/11/23 is 21 years. 66, 21 equals 87, which is the word twin. You see what I'm saying? Which is what I was showing you here. The word twin equals 66, 21, 87. Okay? And like I said, these are impossible coincidences. You know what I mean? There's only so much I can, you know, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And then this is it. I've already showed this 100 times. So Elvis died. I mean, Elvis was born on 1/8. He died on 8/16. It's right there in the numbers. Elvis turned 88 this year, and 6/11 is the Seattle event. 88611. Okay? You see what I'm saying? It's right there. It's in the birthday. 1/8 he was born, 8/16 he died. It's right there. It's over, folks. There's nothing else I can, you know. But anyway, I still have a couple more videos. Wait till you see my Antichrist video. This is just the beginning. It's going to prove to you again. I mean, if this didn't prove it to you, I don't know what will. But, you know, like I said, I have 2 more videos. I mean, 2 more really good videos. But I'm going to be doing a few videos in between. Right now, I'm going to take like, I think tomorrow I'm going to do a short video about some castaway. Someone brought this to my attention, which connects completely to my videos, you know, from my older videos too. But I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there's a connection to this castaway from my older videos. But anyway, yeah, God bless everybody. And let me see. So yeah, I'm going to end the video, folks. You have any last words? Say it now, because I got to end the video, because it's already been an hour and a half. Yeah. I'm not sure what you're asking. Am I planning to show any older cards? No, I'm not going to show any older cards. Anything I have to say in the future will be basically just me saying it. You know what I mean? You know, in live streams or something, when I do live streams, I'll just talk to people every day until this happens. I'll be deleting the videos, but I'll be talking every day with you. Not every day, but as much as I can. But I won't be leaving the videos up, those live streams, because I don't want people to come to the channel and see, you know, 100 live streams of me just yapping. You know what I mean? I want them to watch these videos. So that's why every day, every other day, or every day after I finish doing these videos where I don't do any more research, after that, I'll just be talking about things I've talked about in the past, but I'll delete those videos. So if you don't see it within a day or two, then you're going to miss it, because I'm going to keep deleting those videos. But this video, of course, is going to stay up, you know. Anyway, God bless all of you. And yeah, make sure your house is in order, folks. Like I said, we don't know. Like I said, once you see the beast rise out of the sea, you know, this connection to Elvis with the Seattle event, because I told you Elvis equals water in gematria. Elvis equals water, Elvis equals reset. Same exact numbers for those three. And that's why, just like when God flooded the earth and did a reset with Noah, it's the same, principle that they're trying to cause some kind of reset with this event. All right. I don't know what this event is going to be, like I said, but whatever it is, it's going to somehow connect to Elvis and the mark of the beast. Okay. And of course, once that happens on June 11th, the Seattle event, then you have the August 4th Trump event where he gets his head wound in Ohio and he heals from his deadly wound. He comes out of a coma, or they say he's alive. I don't know, but it happens after he gets his head wound on 8/4, on either around 8/8 is when they say he's healed from his deadly wound, or maybe he opened his eyes, from a coma or something. But they're going to pronounce him dead probably on August 4th. All right. Anyway, folks. All right. I'll see you guys. God bless all of you. And what I was saying was, after this events happened, these two events, basically after that, time is short, folks. That's all I'm saying. When I say time is short, I don't know, maybe, like it says, 3.5 years, 42 months, for the Antichrist to reign. But I don't know. I'm not sure. But all I know is that I believe that you should be looking for Jesus to return around 2026. But of course, be prepared before that. But I'm saying, get your house in order now and don't wait till the last minute. But somewhere after 2026 is when I would say Jesus is going to return. All right. Yeah, someone's asking me about the number 47. Well, the 47th prime number is 211. And I told you Washington was born, his original birthday was 211. So if Trump becomes the 47th president, it would connect to George Washington, because the 47th prime is 211. And 211 was the original birthday of Washington, which is the 42nd day of the year. Washington State is the 42nd state, and Elvis died at the age of 42, right? But also the number 47 connects to the crown, because, this is a good time to say this. I'm glad you brought this up, because the 15th prime number equals 47. Okay, and the O, which is the crown, is the 15th letter of the alphabet. So the O is the 15th letter of the alphabet. The 15th prime number is 47. 47th prime number is 211. You get it? It's a big circle there. And what's important is, guess when? Let me see if I have this somewhere. I hope I have this somewhere. See, this makes a lot of sense now. I was going to show it, but I forgot to show it. But I have it here. Let's see if I'm going to be able to get it. I'm glad you brought that to my attention here. Let's see if I have it somewhere here. Okay, I think this is it right here. So guess who? See, they say Washington was the first president, right? But take a look at this. They're saying, hold on, your comments are in my way. Hold on. They're saying there was 14 presidents before Washington. So that would make Washington the 15th president, technically. Do you get it? Which would be the crown. The 15th is the O, right? You see what I'm saying? That's pretty interesting, don't you think? If that's true, I'm saying. But he was considered the father of our country. You see what I'm saying? But he would be the 15th president then. You see what I'm saying? So that also, and remember the 15th was the O, and the 15th prime number is 47. The 47th prime number is 211. Hold on. Yeah, I hope you guys got that. Yeah, to anyone who got in late, you got to watch from the beginning. It's the most this is the best video you'll ever see. So you have to watch every minute of this video, okay? All right. Anyway, I think that's it, folks. Yeah, that's it. I don't have any more to say. All right. So just like I said, stay tuned, folks. And for the people who are new to the channel, you got to watch my older videos. Especially go back to June of last year and start from there and watch both the video section and the live section and work your way down starting from June. Okay? And just keep watching all the way through. You know, even if some of it doesn't make sense, just watch all the way through from June 11th of last year to not what am I saying? What month? Yeah, June 11th last year. The video section and the live section, because there's two different places now, the live and the video. So watch all that starting from June 11th all the way. All right. You know, over time, just watch them all. And just to let people know, I had other channels that were terminated. I told you this is my 42nd channel, and I started at 43rd and 44th. I should start at 45th and just do live streams over there. But anyway, I had 41 channels terminated before. Okay, so but the last 3 or 4 channels that were terminated were my Elvis channel, you know, where I was talking about Elvis and Trump, and for the last 4 or 5 years, I mean, for the last 5 years, that was all terminated, all those videos. I had like 400, 500 videos of Trump and Elvis. Anyway, so whatever you don't see on this channel, it's gone now, but, you know, it, I've shown it. What I'm saying is there's a lot of people come and say, oh, did you see this? Or did you see it on somebody? I said, no, they got it from my channel. I had 500 videos of this stuff years ago. Anyway, there's people here who know what I'm talking about. They know that where it came from because they've been with me the whole time. Anyway, folks, all right. Any last words? I think that's it now. All right, last minute. God bless all of you, and I'll leave the video up. And like I said, if you don't see the video, it's going to be under the live section. But for those who didn't get a notification, I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it, because until YouTube processes it, all right? But for those who got a notification, just look under your notification section, and you should be able to get to the video once I end this video. Okay, so if you don't see it now, eventually it'll show up like 14 hours later anyway, once YouTube processes it. All right, take care. God bless all of you. End of video. Jesus is God.